Okay, so right now you learned about the different tools. You learned how to mount mount the material on the lathe. You've also learned how to square or make the square stock into a cylinder. The next step is showing you the different tools. This happens to be a spindle gouge, half-inch spindle gouge. The only difference between this tool, and the other tool that I showed you earlier is just the size and diameter, okay? So what I want to go over is how to go ahead and use this tool to make curves on a piece of material, okay? So same principles from largest diameter to smallest diameter. We want to start out, and I'll show you how to rotate the tool over. Essentially, if you have a large diameter, you want to go down to a smaller diameter, you want to make sure you're cutting on the one side that you're going down to. And what I mean is the cutting edge of the tool on this side would be as if you're going on down this way. If you're going down a curve this way, you want to be cutting on this side of the tool, rotating that way. And you'll see how I'm orientating the tool to the surface of the material. So let's just go ahead and let's get started, okay? So I want to go ahead and start the lathe up. It's at the slowest RPM. I can move this up, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to stand square or parallel to the lathe. I have the tool set here, and I want to go ahead and create a curve right near the top here. As you can see, I'm rotating this. And you see the tool is along my side, so I'm using this to the left side, to the right side. And I may have to bend or twist the tool. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit. Okay, so this is a spindle gouge. This is how I have to orientate the tool. One thing is, you'll notice that the surface quality of the spindle, if you want a better surface quality or a smoother surface, the higher the RPM, the slower you move across that surface, the better it's going to be, or the nicer the surface is going to be. See where the chips are coming off? They're coming off the downward side. Slid a little bit on there, man. I'm going to slow this down. Shut this one off. Now this is a spindle gouge, like I was saying before. This is a parting tool, okay? And this is to make different parts in a spindle. So what I'm going to do is, where I had this curve and this curve came together, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to smooth that out. So like, let's say I can make a separate part. Orientation of this tool, oh, I'm sorry. One thing I need to do too is, I need to take my tool rest here. As you notice, it's about a ½ inch away. I want to go ahead and I want to move that in to be about an 1/8 of an inch away again. And then I'm going to have to raise this up, okay? And then what I want to do is rotate this to make sure that the material does not hit the tool rest, okay? Turn this on, I bring the RPMs up. Now I'm going to take my tool, my parting tool, and place this perfectly right into it, the material. There. I think actually I have the tool rest a little too high, so I'm going to drop this down. Okay. That's right. That's about where I want it. Oh, see? I didn't check it. Rotate. Okay. Bring the RPMs up. I want to go ahead and make another part right here. Now, when we're doing this, those two shoulders are going to become very, very sharp. And also, this right here, when I go right in, I have material on, see that? I have material on both sides of my cutter here. That's going to heat this up. So what I want to do is, I want to prolong the life of the sharpness of the tool. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to come over just a little bit and take a little bit off. That way now it's slightly wider than the width of this, that way it's not going to heat up nearly as fast. So now I've used the parting tool to go ahead and create shoulders on both sides of the spindle. I'm just going to shut it off. Always shut this tool off by bringing this over to the stop. Don't just turn it off, because there's a little secret with this machine. It won't turn back on if you just hit the start. We have to rotate it back, okay? But, so now we've used the parting tool, and it's created the shoulders here on this, all right? So right now, I think I'm gonna end this video, and then we're gonna go ahead and finish up the end of our video just after a few minutes, okay? All right.